Welcome along, guys. I'm going to take you through a full body workout using our PTPFIT POWERTUBE band. So all you need is a band that you'll be able to do most body parts with. If it's too tight, it's going to be too hard for you. So make sure it's got enough leverage to be able to get you through this entire workout. So let's start with a bit of a stretch here. We're going to reach up to the sky, big stretch up, engaging your core. Take those arms back and feel that stretch through your chest. Take some deep breaths. You'll be able to take it at your own level here today. So please just get comfortable, and if anything doesn't feel right, you can always modify it to suit you. So leaning from side to side, and we're going to take the arms back up again. One more time behind your back. And when you're ready, just holding on a little bit closer together here, not too far apart. Swivel on your feet from side to side, rotating the body 180 degrees from side to side, loosening up through your lower back and your upper back. That should feel really nice as you squeeze that shoulder blade toward your spine. Beautiful. Let's take it up one more time. Bring your feet a little bit closer together now. And then with your hands close, we're going to bring it out in front. Roll your back out and have a little bit of a wiggle to stretch out through your back. Bring your hands together behind your back and lift up. Look at that view. This is Melbourne, one of my favorite spots here. It's Greenpoint, Bayside, Melbourne. Beautiful in summertime, beautiful little spot to bring kiddies in the shallow water just behind me over here. All right, let's take it into some bicep curls to warm up. So pop your foot in, palms facing up to the sky, and just nice and easy to warm up the biceps, taking it at your own pace. I'm going to be using a Tabata stopwatch today to get us through our little circuits. We're going to do circuits of 3 exercises and repeat and move on. So biceps should be getting nice and warm. Make sure that you are keeping your elbows locked in to the rib cage here. Knees are nice and soft so that you can engage your core. Because if you're standing up really tall, see what happens to my back there? So stay down low. Get rhythmic breaths happening here. And then I'm going to get you to bring that both feet here and crisscross. We're going to get into the shoulders. We're going to lift and release. Don't rush this one because I don't want you to incorporate your neck. Lift and release. Lift, getting into the shoulders. We'll just do a couple more here because it won't take long for you to start huffing and puffing. Engage your core. 4 more, 3 more, 2, and then let's get into the chest. So bring that band up behind your back. A little bit of a taste of what's to come for the rest of the workout. Let those handlebars flop down. Wrap your hands around. Take one leg in front, one leg behind. I find that that gives me a little bit more control. We're going to press and release and press and release so that we can get into the chest. Nice and strong, squeezing. Get into your chest muscles here. Try not to let your elbows come too far back, yeah? So we want to just stop in line with the chest or even further forward. You can go a little bit faster if you want to, because remember, this is just the warm-up. Deep breaths. Now let's take it up a little bit higher, up toward the sky. Great work, everyone. Got to make sure that we get warm properly. We don't want to put ourselves at risk of injury if we're not warmed up correctly. So we'll do a couple more here, and again, remember to engage your core. So the whole way through this workout, I want you to squeeze your belly button in and engage your core. Well done. We'll do one more here, and I'm going to get you to throw that band down on the ground. We're just going to get into some squats and lunges to make sure that we've warmed our hips and our glutes up properly. So with the feet slightly wider than my hips, can you see that they're a little bit wider here? Pop your hands out in front. We're going to push the butt right back behind you, down and lift, down and lift, down and lift. Let's go again. So this is number 4. We're going to just do 10 of these, and hopefully we'll be ready for some lunges. Pressing into your heels. Make sure that you put your body weight right back into those heels. If you're not sure about lunges, I'd actually suggest that you pause and find a YouTube video that will break the lunges, the squats down for you properly. All right, so now I'm going to get you to turn side on here with both feet pointing forward. With your head up and your chest up, we're going to drop the back knee down toward the ground. Drop and then lift. Drop and then lift. These are our stationary lunges. So just make sure that that knee does not go forward over the toe. Stay nice and tall. Lift up your chest, lift up your head. Drop and lift. 4 more to go here. And last one. change sides. Again, big split step if you can. Chest up, keep those shoulders back, looking up to the sky. Drop and lift. Deep breaths. Make sure that you're loading up that front thigh. That's where the pressure should be, in that quad and in that glute. We'll go for 2 more here. And last one. Shake it all out, everybody. We should be nice and warm. If there's anything else that you want to do to warm up, pause the video now, and you can maybe do a bit of a skip or a jump just to make sure that the blood is pumping and that you're feeling ready for our workout. Let's get into it as soon as you're ready. All right, so we're ready to go with our PTP Power Tube. We're going to do 3 exercises. We're going to do them for a minute each and repeat it 3 times through. The first exercise is a squat. The second exercise is a bent over row. And the third exercise is a chest press. So we're working our legs, our back, and our chest. We're going to use the Tabata stopwatch. We're going to work for 1 minute and we're going to have 15 seconds to recover. So starting with our squats, we're going to have 15 seconds between each exercise to set up. Nice and tall, elbows dropping down toward the knees. Now, if you're a beginner, you might want to go super slow with this. If you've got the right technique and you're ready to push a little bit harder, you can push a little bit faster. Don't go too fast. We want to keep really good form, but really control it. Feel it in the glutes, breathing in on the way down and out as you lift. Squeeze your abs. Deep breaths. If you are a beginner and you start to fatigue a little bit, you can always pause, catch your breath. You can always let go of the band as well. So just do what works for you. Don't worry about what I'm doing too much. I'm just going to guide you through this workout, and hopefully you'll still be with me at the end. I hope that you enjoy it. Here we go, all the way from Melbourne, Bayside, Melbourne. Couple more here. Keeping your chest up, keeping your back straight. Let's get ready for our rows. I'm not going to change my feet at all. I'm going to tilt forward through my hips, and I'm going to keep my shoulders back and down, tilting through the hips. From here, we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together for our rows. 1 minute on the clock. Let's go. Now, if this is too easy for you, you can make it a little bit harder by lifting the band up in the middle, right? Then that will give you a little bit more tension so that you can work a little bit harder through the band. Should be nice and flat in your back, no hunching over. Deep breaths. Bring those elbows toward each other at the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, and that should be getting into your back. Should be feeling a bit of a burn there already. 1 minute is a long time, but I want to make sure that you get the most out of this workout with me. Deep breaths. Couple more to go here. Make sure that you're looking down and not hyperextending through the neck. Deep breaths, and should be feeling it in the glutes a little bit too. All right, let's bring it up, standing nice and tall. We're going to bring that band underneath the shoulders like we did in our warm-up. We're going to let the handlebars drop. You can hold them if you want to once you've found the right amount of leverage there. Let's get ready to press. Underneath the arms, feet nice and flat, knees bent, and we're pressing forward, engaging through the abs. So big squeeze of the stomach muscles, pushing that band right out in front, and deep breaths again. I always say that we breathe out for the difficult part of the exercise. So with the chest press, the hard part is the press forward. That's where you need all that energy. So it's a breath out when you push. Great work, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the scenery behind me, and I hope you're enjoying the music as well. Keep pressing here. Those chest muscles should be really feeling it now. Really engage through the pecs. Think about the muscles that are working. Squeeze them and work them hard. This is our first set, almost done. I hope you're feeling fantastic. We're going to do 2 more rounds of this. I'm getting all the hard stuff out the way first. Well done, everyone, and relax. So setting yourself up again, let's go for round number 2 for our squats. I'll do them side on this time so you can see my posture. Make sure the band is even, lift the band right up to the shoulders, elbows in nice and close, and we're going to squat down. You'll see that my elbows come close to my knees, coming up and squeeze through the glutes. down low, and squeeze. Keeping my chest up the whole time here. Squeeze. How low can you get your glutes? You want to imagine that you're sitting right back onto a little stool, a little chair behind you. Come up and squeeze your glutes. Deep breaths. Almost there, let's finish it off. All right. Well done, everyone. That should be burning. Hope you're feeling it. Fantastic work. So I'm going to bring that up onto my mat here, and I'm going to show you just how I create a little bit more resistance for myself here for the back. So I've pulled that band up in the middle, pressing firmly down into the band, tilting forward through the hips, squeezing the shoulder blades. Now don't rush it. You don't want to rush any of these exercises. You want to make sure that you're feeling the right muscles and not engaging the wrong ones. For example, with this exercise, we don't want to strain through the neck. So push your shoulders back and down and then squeeze. Lift and squeeze. Well done, everybody. Let's keep going now. Squeeze. Think about the scapula, your shoulder blades coming right back. Bring your elbow back, back and down. Just a few more here. Let's finish it off. Squeeze into the glutes. They're quite tired from all those squats, aren't they? Well done, everyone. Finishing it off. Let's go. Whew. Who's with me or who's stopped for a breather? And release. Great work, everybody. Let's get into our chest. So again, a little bit of leverage there. Create that resistance. Grab a hold of the handlebars if you want to. Core nice and tight. Chest up high. Knees are nice and soft. We press in front and release. Deep breaths out as you push. Keep your core tight. Keep those knees soft. Think about the muscles that are working. Engage them. Breathe. Lots of doggies out today. As Melbourne eases its restrictions, lockdown is coming to an end. I think there's a bit of a buzz in the air. People are starting to feel a little bit more positive. We've been in lockdown now for 260 something days. It's been pretty crazy here in Australia, but we've managed to keep our country safe and not too many deaths and hospitalizations. But let's focus on the workout at hand. Let's finish it off now. Great work, everybody. I was trying to distract you. Did you see that? Did it work? Okay, let's do our third set, guys. So standing on that band one more time. Get ready for your squats. Bring that band right up. Handles right up to the shoulders. Tuck it in and keep it tight. You can turn your toes out slightly. Elbows to the knees. Let's drop. Slow down. Tap and lift. Remember, the breath out is the hard part. The hard part of the squat is when you come up. Breathe out as you lift. Don't forget to squeeze your butt at the end, at the top there. So don't just come up softly, come up with intention. Really squeeze it. Press into your heels. Breathe out as you lift. Elbows in tight. If you want to, you can do a close grip. So you're going to bring the cables together here. Close grip. Makes it a little bit harder. So drop and lift. Goblet squat. Imagine you were holding a dumbbell in front of you, just to mix it up a little bit. Goblet squat. Dropping down adds that little bit more resistance. Breathe through. Almost there. Oh, well done. Let's get ready for our bent over row. I'm going to add that resistance again. Here we go, side on so that you can see. Pushing down firmly on that band, sticking my bottom out and my shoulder blades are coming in toward each other. Squeeze and squeeze, squeeze. I usually keep my palms facing in toward each other. That helps me to make sure that my elbows come in close to the rib cage. We don't want the elbows flaring out. It's going to put a lot of pressure on our back, unnecessary pressure. So keep those elbows in and squeeze back and down. Try to feel the elbows coming into the ribs. Breathe out as you lift. Let's finish it off, everybody. We've got one more exercise to finish off this little circuit here, and then we'll move into our second part. And squeeze it. Almost there. Well done. Try not to bounce your body up and down. So we don't want to be lifting our body. We want to stay down low and control through the core. Squeeze. Breathe out as you lift. Almost done. Who's with me? And release. Great work, everyone. Pop it behind your back. Let's finish off our chest. All right. Hold on to those handlebars. Nice and tall. Chest up. Let's press up to the sky. Getting a little bit more into our shoulders here. Push. Look at that view. Melbourne city skyline. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else right now but by the water. Wouldn't mind being in Tahiti or maybe on a nice secluded island in Bali or something. But this is pretty good considering this is my home. It's like how I'm trying to convince myself. It's all good. We're pretty lucky. Push. Here we go. Let's finish it off. Changing my foot positioning there just to get through the second half of this exercise. Push. Feeling it. Finish it off. This is third exercise in our third set. And we're done. So that concludes our first circuit of exercises. Pause the video, take a break, have a drink, and get ready for part 2. Welcome back to part 2 of our full body workout using the PTPFIT Power Tube. We're going to move into 3 more exercises for 30 seconds each. We're going to do reverse lunges, we're going to do tricep overhead presses, and we're going to do bicep curls. So a little bit on the legs, a little bit on the arms, 30 seconds for each exercise. Each leg is going to be 30 seconds as well. So let's get started here. With our lunges, we're going to press one foot and bring that band up to the shoulders. So we're going to step back into our lunge. We're going to bring the legs together. Stepping back into our lunge and bring the legs together. So for 30 seconds here, focusing on one leg at a time. Dropping down and back, making sure that we don't put the pressure in that front knee. Drop down and lift. So I'm working my left leg at the moment. The stabilizing leg that remains on the band is working pretty hard as I drop into my lunges. Keeping my elbows tucked in. Let's change legs now. You've got 15 seconds between to set yourself up and make sure that you've got the right technique. Here we go. Use the time to recover. Use the time to set up correctly. Stepping back, drop down and push. Try to get the back knee as close as you can to the floor. Now, if you are a beginner, you might want to do this without the band, and you might want to do it next to a wall so you can actually hold on for a little bit of assistance with your balance. So don't try and be a hero if you're not ready for it. Work at your own level and build up to it, because you'll see that in a few weeks, if you do it standing next to a wall with assistance, it'll get easier for you. Next exercise is triceps. So I'm going to release a little bit of tension here, and you'll have to figure out what's going to be right for you. I'm going to bring it up behind my head. So I might just stand on it with my heel instead. Up behind my head. And I'm going to press up to the sky and release. So as you can see here, both hands are on one handle, and I'm keeping my elbows close to my head. So I'll show you from the front. You can see at the back that my hand drops down and I push straight up. So from the front, I'll just show you here. With my heel on the band, press down on it so it doesn't fling up. Drop down, press up. Pushing into the back of the arm. Overhead extension. It's only 30 seconds. So you do need to make sure that you can get into that position fairly quickly within that 15-second recovery time. Our third exercise for this round is bicep curls. Elbows are in close like we did in the warm-up. Palms are facing up. Let's lift and release. If it's too much resistance, you can always release one leg, and that will give you a little bit more leverage there and release the tension somewhat. So work at your own level again, do what's right for you, but make sure that you're stepping out of your comfort zone. If nothing changes, nothing changes. So you've got to make sure that you are pushing yourself just that little bit harder. Stepping out of your comfort zone. So just note that my elbows stay stuck to my rib cage. I'm going to get into the next part 2 again. We're just doing this twice through now, so let's get ready for our lunges. I'm going to use a little bit more resistance this time. Bring that band up, chest up, and I'm going to step back. Here we go. Drop down and bring it together. Step back and bring it together. Step back and bring it together. A little bit more core control required here. So I am stepping on that band between each set, between each rep. And my right thigh is burning. My abs are on fire as well, trying to keep myself balanced. 15 seconds recovery. Both legs are on again for me. You might choose just to do the single leg at a time. Bands are up, handles are up, and elbows are in. Here we go, stepping back into your lunge and use your core to balance. Back into the lunge and core to balance. Back into the lunge, core to balance. Not easy. How are the beginners doing? Great work, everyone. If you're still with me at this point, I'm so happy. We're going into our triceps. So I'm going to tend to face this beautiful view again and show you what's happening here from the back. Little bit of leverage up over the head. This direction's a bit better for me with my hair. Elbows in, squeeze them in, drop down and push. I'm going to go a little bit faster now. Got a good rhythm here and a very inspiring view. Got the seagulls. When I come here in summer, actually there are beautiful swans, a couple of stingrays we've seen in the past here. Not dangerous. Very harmless, but it's a beautiful spot. I'll have to come back and film in summer when it's not too hot though, maybe early morning. Great work, everyone. Let's get into the biceps. Last time it was just 2 rounds through for this. 2 times through. And then we'll move on to our final little set at the end. Chest up, back nice and straight. Relax those shoulders and bicep. Here we go. Got to make sure though that the band is even on both sides. If you feel that it's not equal, then readjust yourself, because you don't want one side to be working harder than the other. And again, if it's too much resistance or if you start to fatigue, then take one leg off, find the center point and go again. Well done, everybody. Bicep curls. I'm going to need a break after this one as we get into our last set, our last round. Great work, everyone. You can relax now. Fantastic. Pause the video, grab yourself a quick drink, and I will see you back here in just a moment. Welcome back, guys. We're going to get into our third and final little circuit here. 3 more exercises for you, 30 seconds each. The first exercise is going to work our back. We're doing seated rows. Our second exercise is going to work our glutes. We are doing glute bridges. And our third exercise is abs with a little bit more biceps to finish. It is crunches with a little bit of a bicep curl. So check this out. We're going to start sitting down, and I'm going to start that stopwatch as soon as you're ready with me here. Find a comfortable position here where you can pop that band underneath your heels, because if it's too high up, it's going to probably fly off. So make sure it is nice and low. I'm going to start the stopwatch. All right, so here we go, guys. Sitting up nice and tall, getting into our seated rows. We are squeezing through the back here. If it is too much resistance, remember that you can grab a hold of the tubing part of the band. Up nice and tall. Make sure that you're not squeezing into your neck and shoulders. All right. Get the shoulder blades toward each other at the back and squeeze, pull, squeeze and pull. We're just doing 2 rounds of this. So our second back exercise, we did our bent over row earlier. I'm going to get you now, you've got 15 seconds in between, to pop your handles over your toes here. I'm going to get you to lie back and wrap your hands underneath the band and push it down to the ground. Feet down as well, and we're going to bridge up. So our glute bridges, and I need you to try to keep those arms down, pushing up to the sky, squeezing your glutes. Now for more resistance, double it up, bring your heels close, push and squeeze. So don't rush through it, take your time and squeeze at the top. Push and squeeze the glutes. Don't forget your abs as well. Squeeze through your core. And our third exercise is going to keep us in this position here. We're going to remove the hands and just hold onto the center. We're going to tuck the chin into the chest for a full sit-up. So keep your feet down and we're going to lift ourselves up. I think the first one is going to be a little bit tricky as we get into the rhythm of it here. Bicep curl the arms. So you're going to find that this band is actually going to help you up. So for those of you who are not used to doing full sit-ups, we're also including the bicep curl here, lifting up and squeezing into the biceps. Please notice that my chin is tucked into the chest the whole way through. So I don't want you to strain your neck by looking up. Just keep your head forward. Pull the biceps in. Breathe out at the top. Remember, the hard part is our breath out. That's our set. So let's go from the beginning again. Here we go. We are almost done with this workout. We're going to start with our rows again, and I was adding a little bit more resistance, wasn't I? Too easy, getting strong. Here we go, squeezing. Keep those shoulders down and pull. Deep breaths. You can make this as hard as you need to. Double it up. If you need to release it, if you are starting to fatigue or if your hands are getting sore, just release. And squeeze the shoulder blades together. Just that movement is going to activate your lats. Great work, everyone. Pop it over the toes. Probably facing away is a bit safer, and bring that band right up over the top. I'm bringing my hands through the center. Bring the heels in close to the butt. Lots of resistance there. And we're pushing the hands down so that we can get up nice and high through the glutes. Push. Get that added resistance over the hips to create more resistance for the glutes. Big push up, push and squeeze. Don't rush. Make sure that you are thinking about the muscles that well done, everyone. And the last one here, legs out in front. Grab a hold of that band, tuck your chin into the chest, and get ready for our sit-up. So the first one needs a lot of power. Get into the rhythm. Here we go. Lift up. Keep your chin tucked in and lift. Bicep curl goes with it. Lift. And again, breathing out at the top. We are almost done. That is it, everybody. How are you feeling? I hope you've enjoyed that workout with me. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm actually going to leave a link just below where you can go for your stretches. So please make sure that you scroll down through the body of content on my page there, and I'll be able to send you through to the great little video that I've got for you for stretching out your entire body. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay well, stay safe, and stay active.